Holly with In Health and Happiness, bringing you exercise and nutrition tips that actually work. If you like the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and be sure to sign up for my newsletter at inhealthandhappiness.com. Today I want to go over lower abdominal exercises. A lot of people I've been working with lately seem to have no lower abdominal strength. I've been working a lot with football players at the high school. I've had a few clients I've been working with, and there's an assessment I do just to see if those muscles are functioning properly. And myself included, most people fail the lower abdominal strength test. Reason being is so many exercises out there focus on the upper abdominals, getting the six pack, or they do exercises that they say are for the lower abdominals, but most of the time it's working the already overactive hip flexors. So I'm going to show you a few exercises today that's going to spend more time working on this region below the belly button and taking the hip flexors out of it. They're already so short and tight from most of activities of daily living, sitting in a car, sitting in a chair, exercises that you do, running, squatting, lunging, walking, stair climbers, you name it. The hip flexors are usually involved, and unless they're stretched out a lot, they tend to pull the pelvis into an anterior tilt. So when we get in this position and we're kind of stuck, it puts a lot of stress on the low back. The lower abdominals, when they're strong, they're able to counterbalance that. So they're responsible for just a little bit of this posterior pelvic tilt, keeping the pelvis in balance. That's going to help tremendously with your walking stride, running stride, the impact it has on the low back. If you're squatting, doing heavy lifts, the lower abdominals play a huge part in controlling the pelvis and giving it some stability. So we're going to go over 3 exercises. I'm going to start very simple, we'll build on it, and then we'll end with one that's harder. So getting on the floor, I'm going to be on a nice comfy exercise mat. The first one we're going to do is pulling the belly button in. I want you to push the back into the ground. And while you're doing that, hold the belly button in, palms are coming up. And we're going to start really easy, keeping that back into the floor. I want you to slide one heel forward about 6 inches and then bring it back. And then slide the other heel forward about 6 inches and bring it back. We're going to do that 20 times. I want you to slide it forward and bring it back. Slide it forward, bring it back. Also, maintain your breath, so keep breathing through it. It can be intense as it gets harder. So I want to make sure that you're breathing and you're not squeezing and tensing up your face. Everything else is relaxed. Just control right through the belly button. Extend and bring it back. Extend and bring it back. Good job. Perfect. We have, I think, about 8 more. So your goal is to do 3 sets of 20 wherever you're at. So if this is feeling challenging to you, then this is where you stay. Another tip is if you start to feel this exercise in the upper portion, it's time to stop. You may have to build up. You may get to 6 reps and you feel it more in the upper abdominals. Keep the back pressed into the ground. You're almost there. Just give me 4 more. Sliding, bringing it back. Sliding. Good. Last one. Bring it back and then just release that back. So I want you to windshield wiper the legs, just nice and gentle. Give the back a little bit of love. You're going to rest about 30 seconds in between. I'm going to just keep going. So I want to show you the next level. Wherever you're at, 3 sets of 20 is what I want you to do every other day. So let's say you start this next one, it's too hard. Back off and come to what we just did. So now I want you to pull the belly button in nice and tight. We're pushing the back into the ground, palms to the ceiling. Let the heels hang by your butt. I don't want to way out here. Hanging by your butt, back into the ground. We're going to drop one heel, nice and slow. Bring it back up and then drop the other heel. So we're just alternating. Pushing the back into the floor. And it doesn't have to be crammed really tight into the floor. Just a gentle push into the floor. Keep breathing through it. Really relax the hands, relax the face. It's a nice slow count of 2. So it's down for 2, up for 2. Keep it going. Good. You got this. Give me 10 more, 10 more. Keep it going back into the ground. If you start to feel like it's too hard and it's creeping up into the upper abdominal region, bring the feet back down and do the slides. Almost there. Good. Talking and counting is not always a good idea, so I think we're close. Give me 2 more. Good. And release it. So last one, we're just going to make it a lot harder. So you just gauge where you're at. Windshield wiper the legs. Again, you want to rest about 30 seconds to 60 seconds in between. All right, so now back up, belly button pulled in, back is into the ground. We're going to go both heels at the same time. Nice and controlled, both heels touch and back up. Both heels touch and back up. So this is a lot harder for me. Starting to feel my back want to come off the ground. Good. And the one thing I've noticed after C-section, going through menopause, this gets harder and harder to do, so I need to do it all the time. Keep breathing through it. So I'm starting to feel like my back doesn't want to stay on the ground anymore, so I'm going to take it alternate. If you're feeling okay, keep going, both legs. Good, belly button in, nice and slow, nice and controlled. Good job. Just give me 8 more. Perfect, keep breathing through it. Face is relaxed. You got this. Perfect, 4 more, almost there. Keep breathing. Good. And release it. So just take the knees. I just want you to give your low back some love, circling the knees, pressing that back into the ground, and then take it the other direction. So you can do that on your own, a couple of different ways. So I suggest either doing them at night before bed, every other night, doesn't have to be every night, so about 3 sets of 20. Another thing you can do is at the end of a workout. You want to start pushing the lower abdominals so that they have to work when you're tired. So when you've done a really intense workout, cardio or strength training, throw in a couple sets of lower abdominals at the end so they learn how to work when you're tired. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave me comments if you have any questions. I'm always here to answer them. And again, be sure to visit my website, healthandhappiness.com. I post all the time. You name it, fitness, nutrition, exercise. My last blog was on VO2 max and aging. And then tomorrow's blog is going to be on intermittent fasting. So anyway, have a fantastic day.